Trump, do you see this? We're now paying $4.29 a gallon. Gas has gone up $1.50 from $2.79 to $4.29.
I can't even afford to drive to the gas station no more at this point. This is insane. $4?
Here in Los Angeles, the price is $8.29 a gallon for regular unleaded, $8.89 for a gallon of diesel.
Americans are crashing out as gas prices continue to rise. Let's see what some of them have to say.
American drivers woke up this morning and learned that, according to AAA, for the first time in a while, gas prices are more than $4 a gallon, $4.02 a gallon on average, in fact. But check it out here in Los Angeles. The price is $8.29 a gallon for regular unleaded, $8.89 for a gallon of diesel. Now, on average here in California, the price is $5.89 a gallon for regular unleaded. And yeah, a chunk of that is California state taxes and fees. But the bottom line is, if you come here to this station and fill her up,
you're cooked. You're absolutely cooked. I would advise looking for cheaper alternatives or potentially going to another state if you can. But I know that's not realistic for a lot of Americans. Look, even if the war ended tomorrow, this doesn't mean prices are just going to revert. These things take time. Supply chains have been interfered with. So prices are going to take a while to adjust if they do. And I know we have somebody saying that the war is about to end, that they've got it under control, but it simply doesn't seem to be the case. So that's why there's no surprise when you hear clips like this lady.
Man, I just passed by 3 gas stations. One say $3.97, one say $3.99, the other one say $3.95. What the, bro? I'm about to throw up looking at these gas prices, dog. Like, son, this was never supposed to fucking happen. Who? Don't call me to go nowhere unless you putting money in my pocket. I'm talking about, I don't give a goddamn if it's 5 minutes down the road. I can't do it. I'm not even moving my car. A nigga is walking to the corner store and all the gas stations just to fill up the jug, to put the gas in, to come home and pump it. Because I can't even afford to drive to the gas station no more at this point. This is insane. $4?
Yeah, it is insane. It is insane. And just think where prices were a month ago, and now look at them today. In addition, you have a guy that ran on the campaign of increased affordability, reduced cost of living, and no war. Look where we are. Look where we are. So that's why it comes as no surprise to me why there are guys like the guy in our next clip who are just frustrated with this administration.
Trump, do you see this? We're now paying $4.29 a gallon. Gas has gone up $1.50 from $2.79 to $4.29. I'm in Pompano Beach, Florida right now, about 40 minutes south of Mar-a-Lago. And we're not millionaires and billionaires like you are. $1.50 a gallon is a huge amount to people like me. To the average Americans, this is a huge part of our budget. And it's all for what? What? You can't even tell us what for. You've had so many reasons why you've attacked Iran. How many service members are not coming back now because of you? How many billions of dollars have you spent and you want to spend? How many more are not coming back? And you can't spend money for food benefits for this country. You can't spend money for health care on people in this country. You can't spend money on education for people in this country. You only care about yourself and your ballroom and your billionaires and your money.
Yeah, that's true. It seems that way. And honestly, this guy's asking some valid questions. What is it all for? What is it all for? When you ask yourself, what is it all for? Now, some politicians will tout short-term pain for long-term gain. But do you really think that's the case? I think genuinely they may be trying to get you to get used to an inflated lifestyle for an extended period of time. So you're just going to have to get used to paying more for longer. I don't think it's truly their intention to bring prices back down. They may actually just want to stretch that middle class until they sink into poverty, and then you just have 2 classes. I'm hypothesizing here, but it seems like that's the case because everything this guy campaigned on seems to have been a lie. Is it really helping the average American person? It doesn't seem to be the case. But let me not put words in his mouth. Let's see what Trump has to say about short-term pain for long-term gain.
Gas prices, today they hit $4.
We're $4, yeah, and we have a country that's not going to be throwing a nuclear weapon at us in 6 months.
But Americans are feeling the effects in the interim.
And they're also feeling a lot safer.
Not really. They're not feeling safer amidst economic uncertainty. When people are poorer, they tend to feel less safe because they've got the risk of them losing their home, them being pushed into an environment that's uncomfortable and unfamiliar, etc., etc. So I don't think people feel safer because of this. And to his point about the nuclear weapons, is that true? Is that true? Now he's going to say short-term pain for long-term gain. That seems like a cope. What's the gain here? What's to be gained here? And who's winning? At present, Americans have a worse quality of life and an increasing cost of living. Inflation's out of control. It doesn't seem to be under control. And people can't afford anything, whilst this guy's touting we needed to go to this war. And people don't really understand the rationale behind it. But it's not just me saying it. Listen to this clip.
And I'm instantly pissed off because I saw an interview of somebody asking Trump how does he feel about the Americans having to pay $4 for gas per gallon, and that's just for unleaded gas. And this man gonna say, well, you know, that's the price Americans have to pay to not get bombed by Iran. But why would Iran bomb us? Because of you! So that's the price we have to pay for having you as our president. We don't want you no more! Kick his ass out of office! That's a valid crash out. I'm sick of it. Get rid of him now, today.
I hear that. That's a valid crash out. I agree. I'm in support of this message. What would be interesting to know is what you guys think about this topic. Let me know it down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, I will see you on the next one. Peace.